You don't know how much that means. If I didn't have to go to the studio, I'd soundproof this whole wing and show you how much I appreciate that trust. Save it for tonight, she winked. But as soon as Maxwell's truck cleared the driveway, Angelica's expression shifted from loving spouse to elite detective. She turned to her best friend, Jada, who had just let herself in through the back door. I need Serafina Thorne's address, Angelica snapped. I thought you said you trusted him? Jada asked, popping a grape into her mouth. Trust, Jada, is a beautiful concept. But verification? Verification is a science. I'm going to her house. I'm going to look that woman in the eye, and if I see a hint of Maxwell in her supposed child's jawline, there won't be enough fire extinguishers in Velvet Heights to save his life. Chapter 3. The Gilded Crown and the Ghost of College Past. The Gilded Crown Beauty Emporium was undergoing an expansion. It was Angelica's pride and joy, a sanctuary of gossip, hairspray, and high-end aesthetics. However, the expansion required a contractor. Enter Tristan, a man with muscles that seemed sculpted from granite and a smile that had caused several stylists to drop their flat irons. Reginald, Maxwell's business partner, and his girlfriend Kiki, a woman whose social climbing was an Olympic-level sport, were already there, critiquing the swatches. The bid was high. Tristan, Lorelai, the group's resident real estate mogul, noted. The work will be done right, Lorelai. Tristan replied, his eyes drifting to Angelica as she walked in. He froze. Angelica? Is that you? Angelica stared at him, her face a mask of practiced indifference. Do I know you? It was 14 years ago, Tristan whispered, loud enough for the entire salon to hear. College. That one night in the dorms? You really don't remember me? Jada leaned in, her eyes wide. Oh, she remembers. She's just a happily married woman now, Tristan. Keep it professional. But the seeds of chaos were sown. As Tristan moved to the back to check the load-bearing walls, Jada cornered Angelica. Girl, how do you not remember that? That man is a walking thirst trap. I was wild in college, Jada. It was a different lifetime, Angelica hissed. Well, wild or not, he's back. And he looks a lot like... Jada stopped, her eyes drifting toward a photo of MJ on the counter. Wait, Angelica, how long ago did you say that was? The color drained from Angelica's face. The math was dangerously close. Chapter 4. The DNA Heist. The paranoia began to spiral. Between the Serafina Thorne drama and the sudden reappearance of Tristan, Angelica was a woman possessed. She convinced herself that MJ might not be Maxwell's son. It was a thought that could tear her world apart. I need a DNA sample, Angelica told Jada later that afternoon. From Maxwell? No. From Tristan and Maxwell, both of them. I have a friend at the bureau who can rush the results. If I don't know for sure, I'll go insane. How are you going to get a swab from a man you're supposed to be trusting and a contractor who's currently ripping out your drywall? I'll be stealthy, Angelica vowed. Meanwhile, Maxwell was at the sports studio with Julianne, his broadcast partner. A letter had been dropped off at the studio, a confession from Serafina Thorne. Dear Maxwell, I am so sorry. Your wife came to see me. I told her the truth. We never met. I don't even have a kid. I was put up to this by a friend I'm no longer speaking to. Maxwell read it and felt a surge of triumph. He was innocent. But then, the sting of betrayal hit. She went to her house, he told Julian. She told me she trusted me. Then she went behind my back to verify. She's playing chess while I'm playing checkers. At least you're cleared, man, Julian said. Just let it go. Enjoy the peace. Peace? Maxwell laughed bitterly. In my house, peace is just the intermission between explosions. Chapter 5. The Case of the Medical Marijuana. While the paternity crisis brewed, a new scandal erupted at the Sterling Manor. Angelica, in her heightened state of surveillance, found a hand-rolled joint in the hallway outside MJ's room. Maxwell, look at this, she screamed when he returned home. Our son is a drug kingpin. He's going to turn into his Uncle Harold. They call him Peaches now because he lost all his teeth to the needle. It's one joint, Angelica. And it's probably not even his. Maxwell tried to reason. It's a gateway drug. Next, he'll be selling the silver to buy a rock. We need an intervention. We need a priest. We need a military-grade drug counselor. When MJ walked in, he was greeted by his mother, holding a stack of books titled, Is Your Junior a Junkie? And a video featuring a corny rapper named Destroy telling him that drugs are for jive turkeys. Ma, what is this? MJ asked, looking at the TV. Are you on drugs? Because that guy's haircut is a crime. We found the grass, Maverick, Angelica shouted. Confess. It's not mine, MJ insisted. The standoff lasted until Granny Violet, the family's beloved housekeeper and matriarchal figure, stepped into the kitchen. She looked at the joint, then at the frantic parents, then at the bewildered teenager. It's mine, Granny Violet said, her voice steady. The room went silent. Miss V? The doctor prescribed it. You fools, she sighed. I've been going through chemotherapy. The treatments make me nauseous. The grass keeps my stomach settled. I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want you making a fuss. The guilt hit Angelica like a physical blow. She had spent the last 3 hours preparing to send her son to a boot camp for a joint that belonged to a woman fighting cancer. Oh, Miss V, Angelica whispered, tears welling up. We're so sorry. Why didn't you tell us? Because I'm not dead yet, Granny Violet snapped, though her eyes softened. And Jay didn't lie to you. Now, get out of my kitchen so I can make some brownies. And no, they aren't those kind of brownies. Chapter 6. The Dinner Party from Hell. In an attempt to normalize their lives and help Jada find a good man, Angelica organized a dinner party. She invited 2 prime candidates. Scotty, a high school football coach, and Bill, a police officer. The evening was doomed from the start. Reginald and Kiki crashed the party, bringing with them a bottle of wine that supposedly cost $1,500 and a level of condescension that was priceless. Jada, darling, Kiki said, looking at Jada's plate. You have such a robust personality and appetite, and you have a very thin neck, Kiki. Jada fired back. I'm surprised it can support the weight of all those lies you tell, Reginald. The tension escalated when the men Angelica had invited turned out to be judgmental gym rats. In the kitchen, Maxwell and Julian overheard Scotty and Bill making fun of Jada's weight. Man, you didn't tell us we were meeting a 2-for-1 special. Scotty laughed. Maxwell's temper flared. He might have been annoyed by Jada's loud mouth, but she was family. He was about to intervene when Jada herself burst into the kitchen, having overheard everything through the predictably thin walls. Listen here, you bitch-ass dudes, Jada barked, her voice echoing through the house. You'd be lucky to have a woman like me. I hold my man down. I'm loyal, I'm smart, and I can out-eat, out-talk, and outlive both of you. Now, get out of this house. Before I show you how robust my fist is. The men scrambled for the door. Jada turned to Angelica, her eyes flashing. Angie, I don't need your help to find a man. And I definitely don't need you looking down on me because I'm seeing Tommy's dad again. Yeah, he's a loser. But he's my loser. You can't protect me from me. Chapter 7. The paternity truth and the pencil accident. The shadow of Tristan still loomed. Angelica, driven by the need for closure, finally cornered Tristan at the salon expansion site. She had the DNA swabs in her purse, ready to go. Tristan, she said, her voice trembling. We need to talk about that night 14 years ago. MJ. He has your jawline. He has your eyes. Tristan looked at her, then at the photo of MJ. A look of profound sadness crossed his face. Angelica, he said, I wish I could tell you he was mine. I really do. But it's impossible. Nothing is impossible. She cried. No, it is. I can't have kids. An unfortunate accident in preschool, a pencil in my pocket, a fast run, a trip. I've been sterile since I was 5 years old. Angelica froze. The relief was so immense, she nearly fainted. M.J. was Maxwell's. The math had just been a cruel coincidence.